is Brandon Osborne with the Abilene Youth Sports Authority, and his mascot, the youngest little Miss O.
Yes.
Welcome today. Glad to have both of you here.
Thank you, Joni, for having us.
Obviously, school is out. You've got a helper and an ambassador for fun and for youth sports out there. The Abilene Youth Sports Authority. You guys, I'm looking at, we went over this before the show started, a huge rundown, and we're only getting through June today.
Right, right, exactly. Well, you know, we know parents are always looking for opportunities for their kids to get involved,
Yes.
to be fit, and to do something outside of their hands moving.
Yes,
and so
unplugged.
Unplug and go get active, go sweat, go meet new people, and so that's what we're offering.
Okay, so I'm looking at this, and I'm not even sure who your scheduler is. I mean, but you need talk about scheduling and overlapping. There's so much going on here. Camps every week of the month of June.
Right.
Again, we're just talking about June right now. These are all available for registration. It's open right now.
Open right now.
We want to get your kids registered. So whether they're playing volleyball or basketball, needing leadership,
Right.
these are opportunities for them.
Right. Every coach, so we're doing something different this year with our leadership camp. So coaches and teachers are nominating kids to participate in our Game Changer Leadership Conference, which is going to be phenomenal.
So we talk about leadership in a team and in a team setting and on the court, if you will.
Yes.
And I said, are you having too many leaders? Or not? And you're just saying what they're really trying to do, they're trying to find leaders, because trying to get kids to come out of their shell
Correct.
and to find their path and be able to take those steps and be brave enough to do it.
Right.
But it empowers them in the long run.
It does. It serves them long after. Many of our leaders, community-wide and not community-wide, they always reference sports opportunities as leaders. I became a leader here, I became a leader there. And so we want to grasp that early and actually give them tools and skills to equip them so they can serve their teams once school comes back.
When we talk about leadership, I mean, it's not just one kid who's a leader on a team. There's multiple leaders. I mean, and they lead in different ways. I mean,
Right.
when things are going great, when things are going rough, I mean, they all have a time that they can step up and really shine.
Correct.
So I love this. I mean, you've got things like starting the first week of June. Some of these camps are 2 days, some of these are 4 days, some are 3. It just depends on what it is. You need to go to the website. There's so much information. But passing and serving camps for those volleyball players.
For the volleyballers.
Again, the first week we've got Vertimax training for basketball. I could have certainly used that in high school. I had no
vertical jump.
No vertical, none whatsoever. Mid-range shooting camps as well that first week, and then we go into second weeks with more volleyball camps, leadership camp in the third week, and then all sports training camps in the final week. And they vary from age, as it looks like ages anywhere from third grade all the way up through seniors of high school.
Yes, absolutely. We want to meet all the athletes where they are.
And as well as all of a new program this summer, lunch being offered 11:30 to 12:30, using some federal funding for that. You guys are providing free lunch whether they're in a camp or not.
Correct. Yes. So every day, 6:30, starting June 6th, 11:30 to 12:30, any student can come and eat there. They have to eat there. That's the only parameter. They have to eat there, but you can come and eat lunch.
Amazing what you're offering these kiddos. The registration is open for all of these camps right now. Again, this is just the June camp, so depending on what your child's sport is and what they're needing help with, or even leadership, sign them up.
Sign them
and
up.
if you want them to eat lunch with their peers, no, it'd be a great place to do it.
Great place to do it.
Maybe I'll see you for lunch, and see you for lunch too, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Thank you so much, Brandon. If you all would like to participate in any of these camps, please contact the Abilene Youth Sports Authority. They're located at 1042 Loop 322. You can also call them at 692-2972 or go online to AbileneYSA.org and find them on Facebook, and make sure to register your kiddos for camps this summer. It's all summer long. Still to come, though, on KTAB for You, mental health experts weighing in on the importance of having conversations with your kids about just what it is that they're seeing and hearing now at schools. And later in our throwback, we're recognizing the service of EMTs and those paramedics. Current include in, live and local, you're watching KTAB for You.
Yes, there is the stigma, but if we ask the right questions,
This is KTAB for you.
After this week's tragic school shooting in Uvalde, now some experts are saying parents may want to consider having more conversations with their own children. School officials across the big country say that when it comes to secrets or even those odd or hard to have conversations, most students on campus discuss them among themselves, but they rarely discuss them with staff or teachers. And as parents, having an ear to listen for any red flags just by talking with your child can be useful for their safety as well as their schools. Licensed professional counselor Nancy Elliott says despite kids not wanting to tell their parents just everything that goes on while they're away, asking those open-ended questions about their day could lead to deeper conversations.
Yes, there is the stigma, but if we ask the right questions, we can maybe identify these kinds of issues early on, children that are having issues like this, and get them some help, and then maybe avoid things like this.
In addition to those conversations, behavioral changes in a child's appetite, their sleep schedule, or even anxiety, they all too can play a role in just what a child may be experiencing while they're away from home. Well, firefighters are also continuing to make progress to contain that mesquite heat fire. Now, day 9 of the fire this morning reported to be at 74% contained. Night patrols again found no burning near homes or roadways. And as a result, last night will be the final night shift for the fire unless the situation changes significantly. Yesterday, firefighters were able to put water on debris piles and they continued to extend the containment lines. Drones, though, could not find any significant hot spots. And today, firefighters are continuing to patrol the fire for hot spots and ensuring the containment lines are cold and holding. Well, local businesses are now taking cash and feed donations. This is to help ranchers feed their livestock after thousands of acres of grazing land was burned during the fire. Aside from rising fertilizer prices and a month-long drought, Big Country ranchers are struggling to feed their livestock. However, Jackson Brothers Feed, as well as the Taylor County Extension Office, they are taking donations to get hay, range cubes, and other necessities to the farmers. Assistant Manager at Jackson Brothers, Kyle Jackson, says monetary donations will actually go the furthest, but they are also taking other supplies as well.
There have been people already coming out to give cash donations. We also have had people buy some wire and T-posts to start rebuilding the fences, and so that's been donated from Jackson Brothers as well.
Jackson says fencing supplies are a huge need right now, and aside from the fire damage, firefighters have also had to cut plenty of fences just to be able to get to the fires. The Texas Forest Service this morning increased the containment estimation of that fire to 74%. The fire and Eastland Complex fires, they left thousands of acres charred of grass and brush, and both of them have left bitter losses for plenty of people. KTAB's Mercedes Hernandez examines the conditions that led to such a huge blaze after months of drought, and we're checking in with those who remember the day the Eastland Complex fire broke out. Her story showing us just what things look like now. This is more than 2 months later, and then we'll also hear from a Gorman resident, John Fenley, the son of Eastland County Sheriff's Office Sergeant Barbara Fenley, killed during the Eastland fires.
So I think my stepdad called either dispatch or maybe one of the deputies that morning, and they put out like a search for her. And then within 45 minutes to an hour, we had found out that she had passed away. I have 2 kids now, and I know we have another little cousin that loved her to death. Just not seeing her interact with them has probably been one of the hardest things.
Coming up tonight on KTAB News at 6, we're going to hear more from John and others in Mercedes' report on the carbon fires. You can find that only right here on KTAB. Still to come, though, on KTAB for you, a little T-ball player going viral after showing his moves when he stepped up to the plate. And Sam, he's got to check out the forecast. All right, Sam, what are your moves today?
Well, here's a good one. We talked about this yesterday. It's getting that time of year for the patio forecast. Tonight ought to be a spectacular night to get out and enjoy your patio. Temperatures a little bit warm still at 7 o'clock, 92, but clear skies. By 10 o'clock, 72. That's just near perfect weather for the patio. Stick around. Weather's next.
Current and clued in, live and local. You're watching KTAB for you.
right now. Chief Meteorologist Sam Nichols, your weather authority.
All right, out the door in the morning to wrap up the work week. It is going to be a nice, pleasant 61 degrees. We jump into the lower 80s by 11 o'clock. 94 tomorrow afternoon, and then 97 for a high temperature tomorrow, and we just continue to go into triple digits after that. But we mentioned it yesterday that today would be a transition day temperature-wise, and it certainly has been. Still rainy across portions of Missouri and over towards the southern states, but Texas is staying dry at this hour. It's a beautiful day outside. As we look around, max live radar, of course, is running clear. So outside right now at 4 o'clock, it's 93 degrees, northwest winds at 12. Look how dry it is, 14% humidity. Again, that's just arid desert conditions right there. 92 in Brownwood, still 89 in Breckenridge, 92 in Aspermont, 94 in Sweetwater. Ballinger checking in at 92 along with Coleman and Goldthwaite. So 89 is our average, so we're a little above average. And compared to yesterday, it's 17 degrees warmer here in Abilene at 4 o'clock than yesterday, 20 degrees warmer in Sweetwater and Knox City. And most everybody else anywhere from 15 to 17 degrees, even 18 degrees warmer. So a nice little bump in temperatures from yesterday. Now, here's what's going to happen. We're going to move up a little bit. Won't be quite this big of a move. We'll see temperatures starting to climb about 6 to 7 degrees above where we were today by the time we check into the weekend.